Most oceanfront real estate in North Carolina is located on barrier islands. These narrow strips of land between the sea and sound are particularly vulnerable to ocean forces such as storms and beach erosion that can threaten your prospective property and undercut its value. This video focuses on insurance-related questions a potential purchaser of coastal real estate should ask. Whether you are considering an undeveloped lot or an existing building. Can I get insurance for damage resulting from erosion and flooding? Probably, but not always. You may be able to purchase a flood insurance policy separate from a standard homeowner's policy. The National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, makes flood insurance available nationwide to eligible properties. NFIP policies are written by private insurance companies for a processing fee and based on federally mandated terms and costs. Discounts on annual premiums are available for buildings in some flood zones if constructed above the minimum floor elevation standards. To determine if NFIP insurance is available in your area, contact your insurance agent or visit floodsmart.gov. On this website, you can learn about elevation certificates and possible elevation discounts and ratings. You may also view NC flood maps online at flood.nc.gov. A buyer should determine the availability and cost of flood insurance in advance and any limits on coverage. Private insurance coverage may be available for excess flood coverage or property not eligible for the NFIP. What are the limitations of flood insurance? Sometimes, if the property is in an identified flood-prone area, federally insured lenders, including most banks, savings and loans, and mortgage lenders, are required to have the building owner provide proof of flood insurance coverage for the life of the lien. Outside flood-prone areas, lenders still may require flood insurance to protect their lien and may declare the balance of the loan due and payable if coverage is not maintained. If a loan is not federally insured or there is no loan, no law requires flood insurance. Flood-prone areas are identified on flood insurance rate maps. If not required when building or buying near the ocean, flood insurance is always a good idea. For information about flood insurance and discounts, contact your local building official, insurance agent, the North Carolina Floodplain Mapping Program, flood.nc.gov, or the National Flood Insurance Program, floodsmart.gov. Should a prospective buyer inquire about flood insurance premiums before buying? Federal flood insurance covers only building and contents damage, including damage from waves caused by flooding. Technically, damage caused by chronic long-term erosion is not directly covered unless it occurs during a storm event. Federally backed flood insurance coverage does not cover damage to the land caused by flood, waves, or erosion. Therefore, much of the purchase price for oceanfront property is not insured if the land erodes. When a building is so damaged that it cannot be repaired or rebuilt, flood insurance may be inadequate to cover the cost of removing the structure and/or repaying the loan. Even if the building is undamaged, erosion that makes the lot unbuildable for new construction may cause the property value to significantly decline. Should a prospective buyer inquire about flood insurance premiums before buying? Yes, Congress amended the NFIP in 2012 and 2014. Additional amendments have been introduced since then, but they have not yet passed. Since 2017, temporary extensions have been passed to continue the NFIP until new legislation is enacted. Annual premiums for some buildings have been raised significantly. It has been proposed to deny coverage to some buildings with higher claims. It is impossible to predict when or if Congress will modify the NFIP or how those changes may affect annual premiums. Additionally, all 20 of North Carolina's coastal counties were scheduled to get new flood maps in 2018. Most have been released, although there were some delays and appeals. The best advice for a prospective buyer is to research this issue thoroughly before making a purchase decision. Can I get insurance for wind damage to coastal property? Probably. Because of the high risk in coastal areas, some private insurance companies exclude coverage for wind damage. For that reason, the NC Department of Insurance has established the Coastal Property Insurance Pool, formerly known as the Beach Plan, to provide wind coverage in areas where it is not otherwise available. Residential windstorm mitigation credits are available at varying levels for several types of roof construction and re-roofing. Refer to the NC Joint Underwriting Association /NC Insurance Underwriting Association Coastal Property Insurance Pool for further information. Visit www.ncjua-nciua.org for more information about the coastal property, insurance pool, or homeowners policy coverage. Contact your insurance agent or the North Carolina Department of Insurance.